Some women don't chase, and yet they're never forgotten. She doesn't beg, doesn't explain. She disappears into silence. And that's when something inside him begins to scream. Because it's not her absence he fears most. It's the reflection it leaves behind. She is the unseen mirror, the anima he tried to conquer, but never understood. He believed her silence was surrender, a weakness he could interpret at will. But the stillness wasn't void. It was initiation, a sacred ritual of withdrawal, where a woman reclaims her soul from the hands of projection. In her silence, she became a shadow he could no longer touch, only feel, and men fear what they cannot name. When she stopped explaining, he was left alone with his echo, the noise of his ego. Unfiltered, he looked for her anger, her words, her softness. But she had vanished into mystery. And men, who are used to conquering, are terrified of mystery. He remembered her laugh in the hallway, the way she touched the edge of his hand without looking. Moments he had dismissed, now carved like runes into his memory. He started dreaming of her, of himself, of things buried long ago. Because her silence wasn't punishment, it was a mirror, showing him the emptiness he spent his life avoiding. She had touched the place no one else reached. The boy inside him, the abandoned, shamed, unseen boy, now screaming for the mother, the muse, the mystery. But she no longer played roles. She no longer bent to fit his wounds. She had become something else. Detached, still, unreachable, not cold, but sovereign. She had done the shadow work, faced the dark forest within, and came back whole, still lost in projection, mistaking control for love, mistaking her retreat as defeat. But in truth, her silence was her ascension. She no longer danced for validation. She became the sacred void, not emptiness, but pure presence. She didn't yell, didn't correct, didn't perform. She walked away, soft and quiet, but seismic in effect. Because when a woman detaches without anger, she becomes unforgettable. He now sees her everywhere, in songs, in strangers, in the quiet between his thoughts. But she stopped waiting, stopped hoping. She chose to say, and in doing so, she chose to leave. The woman who walks away in silence isn't weak. She simply sees more. And the man who once held her name in his mouth now tastes regret every time he breathes. If you've ever walked away silently, drop a comment below. Subscribe for more Jungian wisdom and feminine power. Your silence is a story, let the world hear it.